What's up, everybody? I thought it was time I made an update as to what I'm doing with the channel. So as you can see, there is a bit more of a emphasis on production quality now. I've been taking some classes on Skillshare for Adobe Premiere Pro, and as a result, I'm learning how to do multi-camera interviews as well as editing all kinds of other cool projects too. So expect things to move a little bit slowly with the channel for now, but once I grasp these skills, once I get better at production and editing, expect the channel's quality to increase significantly. Now, why am I focusing on production quality and editing? I believe in something that I have talked about a couple of times in videos before called the singularity. The singularity, without too many scrumptious factoids coming at you, is the concept that eventually artificial forms of intelligence will take over a lot of day-to-day operation on planet Earth. So imagine any job or task that could be performed by a computer or a robot theoretically actually being moved to artificial intelligence and robotics. What's left for humanity to do? I would posit that most of the types of careers out there will become obsolete. Now, what time frame are we talking about here? Normally, the experts consider the singularity to be somewhere between 2030 and 2045. And it's called the singularity because that is something that is also used to describe the physics of a black hole. So when things fall into a black hole in space, there's often one at the center of a galaxy. Once they get beyond the event horizon and they get to the singularity, which is like the divide by zero middle of the black hole, we don't know what happens to it. So that's kind of a good way to describe the singularity. We don't really know what happens to life and our roles as humans beyond a certain point of technological advancement. And the reason for all of this production work is because, frankly, the only thing that I can think of that cannot be done by robots and computers is human creativity, human connection, human interaction. So I don't want to be working on a career that will become obsolete within the next 10 to 25 years because I enjoy actually creating things and building things, and I don't want suddenly to be much worse at it than something that's much cheaper. So that's why I'm focusing on creativity. That's why I'm focusing on production. That's why I'm focusing on connecting with you, human to human, even though we have in between us a gap of time, a few cameras, the internet, and your device which you watch this video on. There is still a human connection that happens between you and me. So I want to get really good at that. I want to get good at communicating with you and telling you about the things that I learn as I study the future of technology, as I study the singularity, as I study things like artificial intelligence, the evolution of energy, another big one, cryptocurrency, as I study these futurist topics, and genomics as well, which is the science of understanding the human genome and how we can actually make edits to it and change things about our biology. All of those things are coming, and some of them will converge, which what convergence is when two things get combined. So think about genomics and artificial intelligence. If artificial intelligence is trained to understand the topic of genomics, it will probably make a lot faster progress than human scientists would doing the same work, just because of the speed at which computers function. And we're starting to see that. If you look at the protein folding challenge, it was very boring news for most people, but an artificial intelligence solved a supposedly unsolvable problem involving how proteins fold, and especially proteins within our own body. There's many different types. And now there is an AI, I believe by DeepMind, that has uncovered, I think, 95% of the human proteome, which is our proteins in our body. Once we understand how that works, we'll be able to get to the root causes of some of the things that create misery and suffering in life, and actually be able to go in there and fix them. Now, this is pretty scary for most people. There's kind of an attitude of, well, if nature has it this way, or if you're religious, if God made it this way, we should not intervene. But I take a different viewpoint. I believe that if we have the intelligence to understand how to understand these things, and we can reduce suffering through science and technology, then we have the responsibility to do so. Anyway, I look forward to bringing you more information and a better production quality, something a little bit more watchable in the future. Wish me luck as I continue learning the advanced features of Adobe Premiere, and I hope to bring you another video update within the next 7 days. Things are changing at an exponential pace right now. This is an unprecedented level of technological advancement, and in parallel, there is extreme societal unrest. So we are going through times which are pretty scary. If you're not paying attention to what's going on and don't understand things and why they're happening, then it can be even more scary. There's a lot of misinformation out there, a lot of outlets that have a vested interest in keeping your eyeballs on their screen and selling ads to your eyeballs that will sensationalize things and will even provide total misinformation. So keep your head screwed on straight, turn off the news, and focus on becoming aware of your own thoughts and feelings so that things don't get too far out of control. I encourage you all to meditate daily, and I look forward to bringing you another video. These are exciting times. There's no need to be terribly afraid of what's happening right now. We were essentially born at just the right time to live through a very exciting moment in time. So let's enjoy it. Let's see what's happening. Let's see how we can get involved. And let's not become obsolete. Learn something that I would encourage everyone to learn something that computers and software cannot do, so that when we do get to what I believe will be a post-scarcity civilization, you'll have something to keep you occupied, something you like doing, something to provide value to society. I love you all. Thank you for watching. See you soon.